Ruben Amorim, another defeat, another home defeat, this time at the hands of Newcastle. People, we just lost 2-0 to Newcastle at Old Trafford. In our previous match, we lost 3-0 to Bournemouth at home. So this is what we're doing now. So now we're conceding goals at home. 5 in 2 and none for us. That's what we're doing. We're not scoring any, but we're just conceding goals now. That's what we're doing. And this time wasn't from a set piece. This time was from open play. 2 goals in almost the same sort of fashion. And I think they both came from the same side. Our defenders were lost during the game. Newcastle finished us in the first 20 minutes. We never got going any at all. And look at the starting 11 again. You see, this is the thing. The only saving grace that Ruben Amorim has is the fact that him just coming out of the squad. Him just coming to the Manchester United dressing room. And people might argue that, yo, listen, a long time this team not performing. And so Ruben Amorim is here to expose them and to get rid of them and to bring in new players. Right now, this team is finished. And Erik ten Hag deserves credit. Because Erik ten Hag right now look good. Yeah, man, Erik ten Hag look good right now. And you might argue, maybe even before Erik ten Hag, nobody seen from a managerial perspective team able to fix this Manchester United team. This is a complete disaster. This is one of the worst performances I've seen for the first 45 minutes from Manchester United team in probably a couple, months? Because I tell you, they were terrible back. They were terrible back then. But we're not seeing the progress that we're looking for right now. And like I said, Ruben Amorim, the only thing you have going for you is that you're new to the role and you're crying out for time. And with a squad right now that is not fitting, a lot of these players are not fitting to wear the jersey. Marcus Rashford was back in the squad. But I tell you, again, I'm going to say this. Ruben Amorim got the formation wrong. Again. We saw where he had brought in Maguire and De Ligt. He was trying to mitigate for the height difference. Because Newcastle players are quite tall, especially the front 3, I would say. They have some tall players in the front. And we saw Ruben Amorim bringing in back height to deal with this. And before the game, we saw them working on set pieces. Okay, they were working on set pieces before the game. But that was to no avail. It didn't work. Lisandro Martinez against Joe Linton was a complete mismatch. And between Maguire and Lisandro Martinez, neither player knew what they were actually doing defensively. They were just contemplating who was to pick up who. And as a result, Isaac was wide open for the first goal. And the second goal, Lisandro Martinez posed little to no challenge. Massive height difference. So we went down 2-0 inside 20 minutes. And I tell you, the game was over by half an hour's time. Manchester United posed no threat. Casemiro and Christian Eriksen in the middle of the park. That is what you need as an opposition to tell you that this game will not even be a challenge. Remember, Newcastle defeated Aston Villa in the match before this. They were on 4-streak win game. A 4-streak win game. Newcastle coming into this match. They beat Aston Villa. Aston Villa is a top team right now, based on form and all of these things. So I tell you, before, I was optimistic about this game, but I know for a fact that we weren't going to win. We weren't going to beat Newcastle. And can I tell you, the next match, you feel that we'll win? We're playing Liverpool next. With this sort of performance, you believe that we're going to beat Liverpool? No chance. No chance. So January, Sir Jim Ratcliffe It is right before your eyes. James Wilcox, it is right before your eyes. The team need a sweep. We need to sweep out the dirt and bring in new talent. Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, they can't do it. The game changed, obviously, yes, when Kobe Manu came on. But by then, the game was already won. The game left us easily. Easily. We posed no threat up front. Yes, we finished the match with 53% possession. But what is possession if we're not winning any games? And this is what I'm saying. So Ruben Amorim is trying everything that he possibly can to win a football match, but it's not working out. And I tell you, he must be devastated. I don't know if he can sleep at night. I don't know which player right now really wants to come and play for Manchester United. I can't see it. Because top players won Champions League. And right now, Newcastle is a better proposition right now than Manchester United. What are we doing as a football club? I see we getting rid of staff. I see we firing a technical director that came into office. I see us increasing ticket prices. I see us doing everything, but not improving on the pitch. Like I said, I don't know if this is worse than it was under Erik ten Hag. And I'm not trying to bash you, Ruben Amorim. I'm just saying that it is this abysmal performance that we're seeing. It is abysmal. I know you're trying to get it right, but at the moment it's failing. And all of these players right now are being exposed. I don't know which club will want these players right now. They're looking quite useless. Starting Xerxes up front this afternoon, in the front three, on the left side, having Garnacho on the bench and Marcus Rashford. No, I don't care what you feel or how you feel about Marcus Rashford. I don't care. But you include the player in the squad and then have him sat on the bench when you're losing to a Newcastle team who ran us in the middle of the park. None of our players really play well. I can't even tell you who on our team deserve a man of the match. Nobody, in my opinion. We were poor. We were poor. We had 10 shots and only one on target. I believe we got our first shot 30 minutes on the clock, I believe, and it was wide. Rasmus Hojlund got a beautiful chance, but he kicked it wide. And so too did Casemiro. I mean, we didn't really pose a threat. And under this management, we're now having less shots or less goals versus what we had under Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag had an attacking team. They describe it sometimes as a basketball team that created a lot of opportunities, but just couldn't finish. And now it is the opposite under Ruben Amorim. We have a team now that is what? Not creating a lot of opportunities and not even really scoring. Yes, there are exceptions. 4-0, Everton. The biggest one coming in the Manchester derby. And then you thought that things would have continued from there. But no, Ruben Amorim continued to rotate, lost momentum, and now we're sliding. We're still in 14th, yes, but the margins are getting thinner and thinner. Like I said, it is Liverpool next. And we all know what's going to happen in that match. So where do we go from here? What do we do? I don't know what to do. I'm sure you can't sleep at night. I am very sure. You might be now entering Pep Guardiola phase. You might have a nice bit of hair on him head. So we don't have to worry about that. We won't see no scratches. But it's not looking good, Ruben Amorim. And I just want to say that we're with you. We're with you. And we'll see that this is going to really take a lot now to get this Manchester United team back up and running again. But I keep saying it. It is not beyond the scope of reality that this Manchester United team could be in the relegation zone. It is not beyond reality. So if Sir Jim Ratcliffe is thinking that he's not going to spend any money come January and believe that we're going to survive the job, he might have a next thing coming. He must spend come January. He must spend come January. The middle of the park need reinforcement. And I tell you again, we only have one striker. Rasmus Hojlund He's struggling a bit. He's inconsistent. Joshua Zirkzee, inconsistent. The entire Manchester team is inconsistent. Again, Onana can see 2 more. It's not all down to Onana. We're not singling out any player right now who had performed poorly in this match. But what we're saying is that it's 2 more conceded for Onana. So the defense itself right now is not good. It's not good. And Mazwari didn't have a good game either. Anthony Gordon had him in his pocket for the entire match. They ran rings around us. They took shots from anywhere and everywhere. Sandro Tonali, you had one of the Newcastle player, who's a left foot player, dribbled, come on the inside and shot with his right foot, his weaker foot. The players from the Newcastle team, they were flamboyant. They were enjoying themselves. Their confidence was at an all-time high at Old Trafford. Eddie Howe set up the team to press hard. Eddie Howe team had more intensity than a Manchester United team. How ironic is that? Having Ruben Amorim as our coach. So it's not looking good, I tell you. Newcastle are usually high press, high intensity when they're at home, not when they're away. But everybody now has the blueprint. We can go to Old Trafford and we can just dominate them. Absolutely dominate them. So there you have it. Ruben Amorim, you have gone down in history like the other managers, setting records, losing games at home. What is that now? 3 at home, no victories. It's not looking good, my friend. I tell you, a clear out can't be far. So we look forward to the next match. And I did tell you guys before in the pre-match, we probably needed to grab the popcorns. Because I tell you, after half an hour, I was out. I was out after half an hour. I found it very difficult to continue watching the match. Very, very difficult. So I don't know where to go from there. Because having possession, not scoring any goals, conceding on a regular, we're now conceding, in my opinion, on average, 2 goals? When was the last time we played a match and conceded only 1 goal? When? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. And I can tell you right now for free that next 2 games we're not winning any of them. We're not winning Liverpool. We're going away to Liverpool. Just put this into perspective. We're going away to Liverpool. Mo Salah and co. Diaz. You know the players, right? Gakpo. You know the players. We're going away to Liverpool. We're going to Anfield, where the fans are electric. The noise in that place and the support for the Liverpool players. That's where we're going next to play. I am curious already. I am not even waiting on the day to see what Ruben Amorim's starting 11 is. I am curious right now. He's saying that he's going to get time now to start training because it's coming to the end now of the busy period. So he'll get time now to train with the players. I'm telling you, I don't think no amount of training can put the squad together. It is broken, my friend. But he must try. He not no choice. He was given the job, right? 10.5 million, release clause, got him out of Sporting. He's now our manager. He must make it work. And if he can't make it work, then Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the director board, then why have to help him come January? Otherwise, Ruben Amorim will lose his job. It's easy. Remember, it's always easy to get rid of the manager as opposed to getting rid of the players. And could there be a plot behind the closed door? You remember what happened with Jadon Sancho and Erik ten Hag? You remember? When you remember, could it be a similar situation right now? Is it that the players are playing for Ruben Amorim or they're not playing for Ruben Amorim? This is interesting. And I tell you, you might don't know the answer, and neither do I. But could these players actually be playing not for Ruben Amorim because he decided to put 2 players on suspension? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. And so January can't come fast enough. We need reinforcement in all areas of the pitch. Ericsson have no legs, and Casemiro is going. But I thought that what Ruben Amorim would have done was to pair Casemiro with Kobe Manu from the beginning. When he brought Kobe Manu into the game, it was a complete difference. And perhaps that helped to mitigate the threat of Newcastle, and hence why they only got 2 goals, which came in the first half. Kobe Manu did a lot coming on for Christian Eriksen. I guess Ruben Amorim saw that and said, okay, listen, it makes no sense having Christian Eriksen on the field anymore. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Ruben Amorim continues, in my opinion, to get the starting 11 wrong. He continues to get the starting 11 wrong. And is he doing this on purpose? Because this is what he said. He said that every time he puts out a starting 11, the objective is to win the match. That's what he says. He did an interview before the game, and he said, whenever he puts out a starting 11, it is the objective to win the game. So if it is the objective to win the game, I don't understand the starting 11 that you're putting out. How can you have a middle of the park where you have 2 of the slowest players in the league? Christian Eriksen and Casemiro. If you understand anything about chemistry, you understand that a positive and a negative gives you a better charge, right? Take up a remote and looking at the back of it. You have 2 batteries on the back. Take up a remote and looking at the back and tell me what you see. In order for you to get a positive feedback from the television through the remote, it has to be a what? A positive and what? A negative. So how is it that Ruben Amorim do the maths and he's doing the maths incorrectly? What is he doing? Or if you have 2 negative charge in the middle of the park? Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, 2 negative charge. 2 negative charge. It did not work. And we paid the price. We paid the price. I'm happy that it wasn't heavy than that. It was just 2-0. Game done in 30 minutes. I mean, in 20 minutes, game done. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, game done. So we had more possession. We had less shots on target. We were a bit disciplined this time. But to no avail. Again, another defeat. How much that now in a row? Wanna tell me? And that's all. That's all it is. That's all it is, my friends. So we're not even gonna make this video long. Like I said, I did eat before, no. Yeah, man, I did eat before the match. Because I know for a fact, no food down got my mouth right now. Some water I drink and go and chill. You understand? But we move forward. We move forward and we have faith. We have faith and we have hope that the squad will improve under Ruben Amorim. It can't get any worse, could it? I mean, have you ever watched those movies when they say, hey, what worse could happen now? And then something bad happen? So it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse, my friends. So, listen, we done something to say. I mean, not more to say. But thank you again, and I'm out.